Guys, so we're going to go through the steps of the bell ringer. I'm recording this so you can go back and you can watch it later if you need to review. So I might be talking a little fast, but a lot of you already know how to do a lot of these things. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Google Classroom, and I'm going to find the bell ringer. So we already did our word of the day today. We did it. And we're clicking on our bell ringer. So based on everything we've already learned, and we've seen the video, talked about it, we've done it, how do you conjugate? I was telling you guys on word reference, okay, if you put in a verb, that's the one thing that's a little different. So you can look up any word now. We know how to do that. We've been practicing for a couple weeks, but you can look up a verb like we did, ser, and it'll show you to be, but it didn't show you all the endings, right? It didn't say ser, it didn't say soy, eres, es, somos, son. So how do you figure that out? Okay. So this is very upper level stuff, guys. So we click on verb conjugation, follow these steps. I went through the steps for you yesterday. So this is actually in the document, but we're going to do it. So you go to wordreference.com. That's step one. Okay. And I'm just going to type it in again so we can start with the fresh screen. All right. So let's go back and look. On the top bar, it's in purple. Click on verb conjugators, Spanish. Okay. So we go back here, and here's the top bar. And it's purple, and we're going to click on verb conjugators. So obviously we're going to do Spanish. Okay. Now, here's what a conjugated verb looks like, but that's not the verb we want. So just like it was the dictionary, we're going to look up the word. Type in the verb in the infinitive form. She just talked about that in the video. So in English, the infinitive form is to and the verb. In Spanish, we only have three kinds of infinitives. There's AR, ER, and IR verbs. So you probably heard about that last year. This is an ER verb. It's not a regular verb, though. So definitely we're going to want to look this one up if you don't have it memorized. So you type the verb in, and based on the information we get, we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill in that chart. So some of you already know, soy, eres, es, somos, son, right? But just in case you don't, and even if you do, this will help you with the verbs you do not know. So I'm going to type in ser, and there it is. And there is all the forms of the verb to be, all the conjugations. So look at all these tenses. You guys probably didn't know we had this many tenses. We have this many tenses in English too, right? But it's a lot of information. But the good thing is the first thing you need is right here. We're just doing present tense. When we get to Spanish 2 stuff in semester 2, we're going to do imperfect and preterite. That's the past tense, okay? So, and then future, you'll get that with Mr. Porter next year. So right here, here's all our conjugations, right? So remember, it's in a little different order, but it's still up and down, but it's still the same. Yo soy. Tú eres. Él, ella, usted es. Nosotros somos. Vosotros sois. That's the form I don't use, right? That's Spain. Ellos, ellas, ustedes son. And then vos sos. Don't even worry about that one. In some Central American countries, like I had when I was an ESL teacher, I'd have students from like Honduras, and they use that. And long story short, they use it instead of the to form. Okay. So this is what you're going to use to fill in that chart. You can copy paste, you guys know how to do this. You can split the screen this way and have the dictionary on it. And then you can take your document and pull it off and put it over here. And it's a little more difficult on the Chromebooks. I know that, but you can still do it. And then you have it right there, and you're just going to type in the categories. I don't care what color you use. Me personally, I would probably use a different color just so you can distinguish it from everything else. So I don't know. We'll do green. So yo, what am I going to write? Yo soy. Right here, what am I going to write? Tú eres, this is your minor assignment for the day. So what do I write here? Es. So it's a little annoying that I have to change the color every time. There's probably a better way to do that, but it works. So we got nosotros or nosotras, right? Like they showed in the video. If it's a female, you put AS, not OS. And that means we. So somos. And I really think it looks better when you change the color. I don't care what color. So vosotros, I say leave blank. Why? Because that's what they use in Spain. If you think you might go to Spain one day, then fill that in. But I'm not going to require you to, okay? I just want you, when you see it, that you recognize, okay, that's the form from Spain. And it means you all. And then we got ustedes aquí. So what are we going to put? You look over here, and you're going to put son. So right here, we're going to type S-O-N. Son. Looks like sun, right? But notice in Spanish it's son. You can go back and watch that military alphabet video, and it really talks about the different sounds, and it's really, really going to help you. Okay, guys, this is the deal. We got 20 minutes left of class, okay? I know today was not the most exciting class, but it was necessary. But next class, we'll do a couple, like, more games with this and Quizlet and stuff. I'm going to mess around with Quizlet this weekend and find out how we can do the Quizlet live. And that's when we all get to play in here against each other, right? And so we have 5 translations here. I am curious to see who can translate these sentences by the end of class using everything I've shown you today, not using Google Translate, right? And I'll be walking around helping you guys. And if I see Google Translate, I mean, I'm not going to yell at you, but I'm probably going to tell you to close it out, right? Because, you know, it's kind of like lifting weights. This is the first day. We're going to lift some weights. But if you just watch other people lift weights, you're not going to get strong, right? So we're going to use our dictionary, not our translator, to do this. I wanted to do the Quizlet live the last 20 minutes, but it looks like we're not going to have time. So last 20 minutes, I'm just going to let you guys poke around with this, see what you can do on your own, explore independently. What I will say is I do not mind if you guys help each other. So if you know something and she asks you, that's fine. That helps me, okay? So a little bit of talking for me is okay. But let me help you with one, right? Just let me help you with one so you only have 4 to do. So I am. So we know if it helps you guys, like for me, all you have to do is fill this in. But if it helps you on your chart, you can write what it means in English. You can translate it right there. I'd probably do it in a different color, though. I mean, that doesn't bother me. It's for you. Okay? So if that helps you, you go ahead and do that. But anyways, going down here, I am hardworking and athletic. So we're going to put, what's the translation? Yo soy. And then I have to find the other words, right? Well, one thing I will say too in Spanish, remember, you don't always have to put the subject pronoun. See, since all the endings are different, I know who does the action, right? So you don't need to put yo. We mostly use it for emphasis. So I'm going to put yo soy. And then I got to find hardworking and athletic. Okay, you can... If you did the Quizlet yesterday, looking at the flashcards, those words are on there. So maybe you remember them from last year, right? You can start typing them. Another thing, you just go right to word reference. So now, remember, you got to change this. So hardworking. Oh, now we're speaking in English. So we're going to put hard working. So it should be trabajador, right? There it is. So if you have the split screen, you can just look at that and type it that way. So, yo soy trabajador. But you know what? If I'm a female, I'm not going to write soy trabajador, right? What am I going to write? Soy trabajadora. Okay? And look, the dictionary tells you that. Masculine form and feminine form. Now, if you get that wrong today, I'm not going to take points off for that. You see what I'm saying? but if you know that, definitely put it on there. Yo soy trabajadora. Now, I'm not a female, so I'm going to take that off. And let's see. And then you're going to do the same thing for the next word. You'll see and is E, spelled with a Y, and then generous, generoso, and there's different words. That's just the one I'm going to pick because it's a cognate, and that's my translation. I don't like how it's the same color, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change the color, and we'll change it, I don't know, yellow. Yellow's kind of hard to see, so now I won't do yellow. Let's do blue. And that's all you have to do. So by the end of class, you're going to have two things done. Word of the day, the bell ringer. One major change today. And you guys got all weekend to do this. I want you to submit it through Google Classroom. We're going to start doing that. Okay? Most of you know how to do that. If you don't, I can walk around and help you. Please submit through Google Classroom. So that's all I got. I'm going to talk to my virtual learners for a second. Let me stop this